We turn now to the other side of the globe, to Maui, 1 month after the deadliest U.S. wildfire in modern history. 115 people were killed, and we learned a short time ago that 66 are still unaccounted for. Becky Worley returns to the island to see how school-aged children are adapting as ABC News launches Maui Strong 808, a new initiative to focus on the communities piecing their lives back together.
A month to the day after the Lahaina fires, this paddle out launched from the shores of Maui. With no plans yet to officially memorialize the dead, this is one way the people are mourning. A paddle out is deeply immersed in nature. It's sensory. Flowers honoring those we've lost floating down to the water. The expression of grief may look different here, especially for Maui's children, or Nakeki.
I just got out of kindergarten, and I didn't even get a chance to take one day in first grade.
6-year-old Miles Verastro went to King Kamehameha III Elementary, his school now in ashes, along with his mother's home. For now, they're living in a resort.
I don't know where we're going after this. My mom might not find a place after this. We only get a month here.
We send our kids to school, and that's a routine that provides them with what they need and also gives parents a chance to go to work, provide for their families. Without school, we don't have those opportunities. Our children are starving for a chance to get together with their friends.
It's been 4 weeks since wildfires tore through the West Maui beach town, Lahaina. At least 115 people were killed, 66 still unaccounted for. Thousands of residents lost their homes and jobs, and as children across the nation headed back to school, it's a different story here.
I want our education to be as soon as possible. We need to go to school.
And I missed that. I missed my teacher.
So if they can get a bunch of people, I think they could build a school in the next 2 months or so.
The Hawaii Department of Education says 1,293 of the 3,000 children from Lahaina have been enrolled in other public schools on the island or in remote learning. Nearly 400 are on a wait list for virtual learning. How many of you were living together in Lahaina? 27 people. 27 of them living in a 2-bedroom space far from Lahaina. All of them still jammed into that same space now, just to be near the children's new schools.
If you want to go to the bathroom at 7, you got to be there at 6.
On weekends, they travel here to the Royal Lahaina and 2 other hotels in West Maui. His nephew Kurt, just 7 years old and in the 2nd grade.
I want everything to be the same in Lahaina. And I miss my school. I just miss my friends.
To get the kids to school now, Ruben drops them off at 3 different campuses all across the island.
Wake up at 5:30, be there by 6:30, then pick up the other kids by 7:20, 7:15, on to school. Not like before, 15 minutes. At our street, there's like 9, 10 kids. Every afternoon, they go over there and play. At our street, they can't do that anymore.
His son Jacob noticing his father's rare tears.
Your first time crying, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Mother of 3 Luz Tumpap is in a similar situation, trying to stabilize her children while temporarily living in a hotel.
The reality is we're homeless. We don't have a place to stay.
Since their school isn't open either, her teens are doing remote learning from their small hotel room.
The challenging one is there's no internet, yeah? So we're just using our hotspot.
A teacher at King Kamehameha III, Luz is currently taking a break from teaching. She's focusing on her children before she returns to the classroom.
I want my kids to see me crying. That I want them to see me as a strong mom, but I cannot help it. It's just too sad.
Dean Wong, who heads Imua Family Services, a children's counseling organization on the island, explains the magnitude of this tragedy on children.
We're talking about a generation of children that have just come, most of them are COVID babies, right? They've come from 3 years of that kind of situation, which was unprecedented, and now we're going into another situation that is equally as traumatic, if not more so.
Good morning, Sacred Hearts community.
One of the few Lahaina schools that has been able to reopen, Sacred Heart School. It's a place I know well, or I did before 2 of its 3 buildings were destroyed by the fire. I was in 2nd grade here, even started my first communion class.
Life has changed instantly for these children overnight.
Sacred Heart's principal, Tonata Lolesio, now living out her life's mission from this makeshift school at a church north of Lahaina. More than half of her 220 students are new to Sacred Heart after their public schools were damaged in the fire, and 180 more are on the wait list.
They lost their first home. We had to restore their second home, and because they are the future and our hope for our rebuilding and healing, this is the best we could do for now until we secure our new school here.
Her goal is to provide stable learning for the keiki.
We need to make sure they stay and they learn about Lahaina Town and Sacred Heart School and help in the rebuilding and the sharing of our story.
Here you go. The other lady in front row.
One therapy tool, comfort cubs, weighted teddy bears, one for each child.
Oh my God, it's like Christmas.
Kelly Perez teaches at Princess Naheanaena, another Lahaina school devastated by the fire. She's grappling with the death of one of her students. He was just 7 years old.
Tony was a joy. He really was that student every teacher wished was in their class. And lucky doesn't describe how I feel to have been a part of his life.
Tony, one of the 115 who perished, in his family, 3 generations lost.
Something that we have always known to be, that was here, that was a staple part of our life, doesn't exist anymore. And not even, it's just gone, but it's demolished, it's devastated, right? The pictures are horrific. And that is traumatizing, and all of us will have to process that differently. And that's true with children as well.
For the keiki all around the island, it's a back-to-school season that has no precedent or timeline. But the resilience of these children may be the first step to recovery.
Toys are replaceable. Devices are replaceable. Everything is replaceable except humans.
For the kids at my school, Sacred Hearts, their teachers just trying to give them back some sense of normalcy.
Class? Yes. So we are going to share some supplies, okay?
Healing through art, new toys, and laughter.
A community showing an incredible amount of resiliency. Our thanks to Becky. Stay with ABC News for our ongoing coverage of Maui Strong 808 every month on the 8th.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.